If you had to take a look at this, the Atlanta Falcons, when they got their 6th seed, they said, well, the only way we could ever host a playoff game is if we played the 7th-seeded 71 Washington Redskins. And guess what? They play them today in Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. Washington first. The road team, the miracle win over the New York Giants, an unbelievable defensive game as they win 10-3. No turnovers. Washington fumbled 4 times, but my goodness, it was 3-3 in the fourth quarter. They go 12 plays, 65 yards, half the quarter, 10-3, and that's the game. All the punts, and it just was an absolute punt fest. And then they played Carolina, and they gave up 3 field goals. But Billy Kilmer, 22 yards to Taylor, at the end made it 9-3. It was 6-3, and then it was 10-9. Sorry, as Washington ends up winning. They only ran 40 plays offensively to 68, and they were almost 2-1, as it was 39-40 to 20-20. But they ended up winning, and Brown had 168 yards. For Atlanta, they went on the road. They won 20-10. They led 20-0, and they just dominated Arizona. Absolutely, 3 missed field goals in a row in that game, and then it was 13-10. They have not trailed all playoffs long. They've dominated both opponents, and they've looked really good. They even stopped Walter Payton. Well, slowed him down for 117 yards. The NFC Championship game. It should be a good one from Fulton County Stadium here in Atlanta. Washington 8 quarters, and they haven't given up a touchdown. Total, it has been 20-12 in their playoff games, 40-20 for Atlanta, both games being 20-10. Really, I think Billy Kilmer, I think honestly Atlanta is looking good here. And I think Atlanta, well, you never know. So 1989 rules are ready to go. Atlanta to kick off. And we're going to be underway here in the NFC Championship game. And here they go up to the 20 to the 30. This is Washington now.
Illegal block.
Oh, Duncan, they're going to be pushed back
penalty
down to the 21-yard line. And it'll be first down, Billy Kilmer. Larry Brown, Charlie Haraway, Taylor Smith, and Jefferson. Atlanta's defense really good at what they do. Tommy Nobis from Texas, one of the better ones. It'll be first down. They give it to Larry Brown. Larry can run, and he only gets 3. It'll be second down and 7. Washington nothing, Atlanta nothing. Second down and 7. As they're back, they're going to give it to Larry Brown again. Larry will go, and he gets nothing there. Third down and 7. If Atlanta can get a stop in the very beginning, that'll be huge. Back to throw, Kilmer to look to throw. He's got it in a first down. No, he's short. It'll be 4th down and inches, and they're going to watch the fake punt. They don't want anything early, and that's going to be a deep kick. And what a punt.
Holding, receiving
and
team.
That's going to make him go back even more. Brazina with the hold. Back on the 10-yard line. Bartkowski now. 458 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Stand back, Hampton. Alfred Jenkins is there. Jim Mitchell, Ken Burrow from San Diego State. And Washington's defense, a very good one. They haven't given up. Jack Pardee, I didn't realize, went to Texas A&M. They haven't given up a touchdown yet. That's going to be Bartkowski, and that'll be no good. There's a flag.
Holding, offense,
Oh.
number 61, 5-yard penalty.
2 points might actually make it. It'll be first down and 15. Barkowski, they give to Hampton. Hampton, and he got 3. So total a 2-yard penalty. Second down and 12. Sometimes you can get lucky there. Barkowski, and down he goes. Biggs with the sack. Oh my, it's going to be third down and 17. This is the Falcons' chance to make a championship game. Third and 17. Back to throw, looking, the throw, and it's going to be incomplete. And fourth down, what are they going to do? They're going to set up for the return. And the kick. That'll be a fair catch at the 46-yard line. Washington trying to make a Super Bowl. They are. Billy Kilmer, he's so close. It'll be first down now. They got good field position. He's going to throw. It's going to be too far. Trying to go to Charlie Taylor. It'll be second down. Second and 10, Kilmer. And that's going to be a pitch over to Haraway, and he loses 4. It's going to be third down and 14. Third and 14. Back to throw, Kilmer. The throw over the middle, nothing there. It's going to be fourth down, and now they're going to punt. Oh my, nothing going there, the kick. And it's going to be out of bounds at the 14. Well, I mean, right now Atlanta has survived that storm. They got to get a first down here in the NFC Championship game. Back, they pitch it over to Hampton. Hampton again on the run. Hampton to the 30, and that's a first down. Up to the 33, a gain of 19. Well, that's a huge gain. Will it keep on going? It's going to be first and 10. Back to throw, the quick throw. That's going to be complete. There's a flag, though.
Offsides. Defense. Number 64. 5-yard penalty.
Otis C-string. And they're going to decline it. It'll be second and 1. Second down and 1. Draw to Hampton. Hampton, that's going to be a first down. Up to the 45. I don't think Washington has trailed. No, they have. First down and 10. They were down 9-3 and scored to make it 10-9. Nothing there. It'll be second down off the run. 4 runs, 2 passes for Atlanta. 6 and 6. Both. It's back to throw. Barkowski will throw, and that's going to be complete. That's going to be to Burrow. And a first down. It's going to be down to the 37. First and 10. Back, and that's going to be broken tackle, Hampton. And a gain of 7, second down. Second down and 3. Back, and they're going to give to Hampton again. Hampton, a gain of 2, third down. Third and 1. Third down and 1. This will be a big stop if Washington can get it. Back, they're going to give it to Hampton. He breaks a tackle, and here's Hampton down to the 15, to the 14. Remember, Washington has not given up a touchdown all playoffs long. They've only scored 10 points in their 2 wins. First down and 10 from the 15. They give it to Thompson. Thompson, and only a gain of 2. It'll be second and 8. Atlanta wants to go to a Super Bowl. The winner of this is going to be major underdogs. Second down. Back to throw. Barkowski, the throw. It's going to be Thompson, and that is the first touchdown given up by Washington in over 8 quarters and in the entire playoffs. And now the extra point. And good. Mike Meyer in Atlanta has scored to make it 7-0. Oh, that is so big. 7-0, and now they're going to go deep. And they're going to down it in the end zone. So here comes Kilmer on their own 20-yard line. It's 7-0. Let's see what they do now. Kilmer to throw. The throw too far. trying to hit Smith. It'll be second down, trying to hit Jerry Smith. Kilmer's 1 for 4 for 7 yards. Kilmer again. Kilmer too far. Third down and 10. Atlanta looking good. Back to throw is Kilmer. Kilmer will throw over the middle, and that's going to be caught but a fumble. And it's going to be Atlanta's. Atlanta will get it, and it'll be a first down. Atlanta could go up big, especially early. They need a first down. Thompson. And a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Second and 8. Atlanta 7, Washington nothing. Back, that's going to be no good there. Third down. Third and 8. Back to throw, looking. 3 of 5 is Barkowski. The throw intercepted, and that's a big interception by Mike Bass. And Washington will get it near midfield. Barkowski threw the interception, and Mike Bass has it. My goodness. And High League NFC title game right now. It is, what a big interception. Oh, that was huge. It'll be first down. Kilmer now. Haraway on the run, and Haraway gets 5. That's what they want to do. They want to just keep chomping away. Chomp, chomp, chomp away. It'll be second down and 5. They give to Larry Brown. Brown, and he's stopped. He loses 4. They have no yards rushing. Exactly nothing. 5 rushes for no yards. Third and 9. Back to throw, looking. They're going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. And fourth down and 9, and they got a kick. So here it is. That's going to be a punt by Bragg. And caught from the 1. And oh. So it's going to be on their own 2-yard line. Atlanta is backed up. It'll be first down and 10. Barkowski, they give it. And that's going to be stand back. They only gain 1. It'll be second and 9. Atlanta, 28 plays here in the first quarter for both these teams. Second down and 9. Back, they give to Hampton. And Hampton. And that's Dave Hampton. He's going to get 5. It'll be third down and 4. Third and 4. Barkowski to throw. The throw, that's going to be quick. And it's going to be up to the 25-30. And what a play. It'll be first down Atlanta, and the time will end. At the end of the first quarter, it's Atlanta 7, Washington nothing. Atlanta looks like if they keep going at this pace, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. The championship game for Atlanta, the NFC Championship, that is huge. So look at this, all first downs for Atlanta. They're going over. It's going to be the second quarter. Barkowski giving a stand back again. And he's going to get a yard, second down. So running game, you got to be careful if you're Atlanta. You don't want don't want to get so conservative that you lose everything. That's going to be stand back and stand back. It's a gain of 7. Third and 2. Atlanta 7, Washington nothing. Back to throw. Looking the throw, and that's going to be incomplete. And a flag.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat. Third down.
So now they're going to repeat here. Third and 2. Back to throw. Looking. They're going to fire it. No good. And it's going to be fourth down. Man alive. Is this just an absolutely terrible game so far? Washington has yet to get a first down. Here they go up to the 20, to the 24. That's Vactor. First down and 10 from the 22. 13 minutes to go here in the half. They give to Haraway, and nothing. It's going to be a gain of a yard. They finally get a yard. Second down. Brown. And he's going to gain 2. It'll be 3rd down and 7. They got to get something going. 2 of 7 is Billy Kilmer. Back to throw. They throw it over the middle, no good, and it's going to be 4th down. And now they're going to kick. So, I mean, just a brutal football game so far. Fumble, and who's going to get it? It'll be, let's see, they're diving on it. We're looking at it, and it will be, oh, it's going to be Hemmerling, and here's Washington. They still have not got a first down, but they have a huge advantage here. This 7-0 game looks like it's 70-0. They just got a break though. Kilmer to throw. He's got it. It's down to the 21 and a first down. Jefferson, that's the first down all game for Washington. 3-9 is Kilmer. Haraway, nothing. Second down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, looking, they throw, they got it to the 5, he's going, and he's in, and Washington has made it 7-6. It is silent here. Here's Knight. And good. After the fumbled punt, Washington has tied it up. And now here at Fulton County Stadium, it is just silent. It's going to be a first down. So up to the 16-yard line, it'll be first down. First down and 10, 7-7. Barkowski, Dave Hampton. And he's going to get maybe 2. 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8. Back to throw, looking. We're going to throw it down the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd down, trying to go to Burrow. Kenny Burrow. That ain't good. 3rd and 8. Back to throw, looking. They're going to fire down the middle, and that's going to be a first down, a gain of 11. Somebody is going to have to score here. It's a brutal football game now. They give to Dave. Dave, he breaks a tackle and he gets 8. So here's Atlanta now, moving up the field. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Barkowski will throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, 5 of 11, 72 yards, a score and a pick. 3rd and 2. They throw, and that's going to be Kenny Burrow. And a first down. First down and 10. Back to throw, looking. And it's going to be, that's going to be a flag. Let's see what it is.
Offsides, defense, number 89, 5-yard penalty.
That's going to be Biggs, and 2nd down and 2. They say no good to that penalty. 6:42 to go. They go to the right-hand side. He's going to get stuffed. Hamburger with the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Huge. Only 3 yards rushing for Washington, but 76 for Atlanta. They might go to the ground on a 3rd down and 2. Barkowski, he's going deep, and he's got Burrow, and he dropped it. They're going for it on 4th down. They are going for it. So it's going to be 4th down and 2. Back to throw. Looking, Barkowski, and no. Oh my. And Washington will get it back. That is not what they wanted to do. So, McDowell tipped it right back to Barkowski, and he dropped it. First down. There's going to be Larry Brown. Larry fumbles the football, but it's going to be picked up by Washington. A gain of 7. 2nd down, Chris Knight, remember, missed a lot of field goals in the air. And that's going to be Hanson, a gain of 1. 3rd down. 3rd and 2. They go over. Is it enough? It is short. And it's going to be 4th down, and now they're going to kick. And the kick will be down to the 29. First and 10. 3:32 to go. Give, and that's going to be stand back and a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1. So over to the left-hand side, that's going to be a 1st down, a gain of 2. So are they going to let it run to the warning? No, Atlanta calls timeout, 2:38 to go. They go over to Dave Hampton, and he loses 1. So they're going to let it go. Will it be the warning? No, they're going to go. Here's Barkowski, and that one is, nope. C-string tipped at 3rd and 11 now. Back to throw, looking. And it's going to be too far, and now they got a kick. 2:11 to go, and here it goes. High and deep. The 23. Washington 7, Atlanta 7. 2 minutes, 6 seconds. And let's see what they do. They go to Larry Brown. Larry will run. Larry, a nice run. 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. They only had 3 first downs. Only impacted over a turnover. And here in the NFC Championship game, this thing is 7-7. You might say these teams deserve it, don't deserve it. It just doesn't matter. They're at this point, and it feels like an overtime. It really does. It feels like the next scorer is going to win. They go to Haraway. Haraway breaks 2 tackles. There's Haraway on a run. And that'll be a 1st down. Washington's got to call timeout. They got 2 remaining. So here we go. That's going to be giving it to Haraway again. Haraway on the run. Up the middle down to the 30. Here's Haraway. He could score, and he's down to the 4. Minute 36 to go. A 1st down. Washington wants the clock to run. 7-7. Back, Kilmer. They go to Larry Brown. Larry, fumble, and it is going to be Washington's. 2nd down and goal. 1 timeout remaining. 1:10 to go. Back to throw, Kilmer. They pitch it over, and he's in. Haraway, and for the first time all playoffs, Washington has more than 10 points. And the extra point is good. 14-7. The running is just absolutely a lot better than what it was to the 5-yard line. And let's see, 15, 20, 25, up to the 28. 1st down and 10. And they give it. That's going to be a run. That's going to be Hampton. Gain of 6. They're just going to, Atlanta calls timeout. They're trying to just break one. It's 14-7. Back to throw, Barkowski. Throws, and he's got Ken Burrow. Ken to the 50, and they're going to call another timeout. They're going to have 1 remaining, or none remaining. 14-7. Back to throw, Hampton, and to the right-hand side. A gain of 3, and they're going to let it run. 2nd and 7. And screen. Oh, intercepted by Pardee. Big interception, so let's see what happens here. So let's see, back. They're going to hand it off, and a gain of 3. Are they going to call a timeout? They do. Let's see what happens now. Kilmer Billy's gonna run, and that should be it for the half. 12 seconds to go, and that's it. It's halftime. Washington will kick to Atlanta, and right now Washington, a heck of a lot better quarter than in the first quarter. My goodness, halftime of the NFC title game. It's Washington 14, Atlanta 7. Well, when you look at this half has been, I mean, Kilmer, the 22-yard pass to Jefferson off the turnover, but Haraway, a 4-yard run, that was 5 plays, 79 yards, and that came out of nowhere. And Haraway, all of a sudden, is running really well. Kilmer is 4 of 10. He might not throw another pass all game. And Washington is leading 14-7. Atlanta was so dominant after a quarter, and they just faded. They were good, and then they just faded away. So Atlanta's going to get the ball in the second half. They had a couple times when they had to kick, and that's going to be a return up to the 28. It's going to be Francis. First down, back to throw. Throws, and that's going to be incomplete, second down. 8 of 20. Second down, back to throw, looking. They're going to throw, and it's going to be too far. Third down and 10, 16 seconds in. Barkowski. They're going to go, and that's going to be Francis. Francis is short. And it's going to be fourth down, and now they're going to kick. So there it is. James. Into the 20. About the 23. Washington has a 14-7 lead. If they want to go to the championship game, they got to score on this drive. It is a ferociously defensive game. Even though it doesn't really look like it, it's just been a lot of punting. Second down and 10. Run going nowhere there. That's going to be Kilmer. Kilmer underneath the Haraway. Gain a 7, third down and 3. Every first down is like on third down. It's a brutal attrition game. Haraway and a first down. He needed 3 and he got 6. First down and 10 for Washington. Larry Brown. Larry breaks a tackle and he gains 7. So Hansen missed it. Easterling got him. Second down and 3. Haraway. It'll be third down and 1. Third and 1, Washington 14, Atlanta 7. Back, they give it over, and that's going to be no good. It'll be fourth down, and now they're going to kick. So look at this. Indeed. Wow, to the 14. 20 to the 24. Look at this. First down and 10 from the 22. Washington 14, Atlanta 7. Back to throw. The throw down the middle. There's a flag. Let's see what it is.
Holding offense, number 65, 10-yard penalty.
That's going to be a Gottschalk. They're moving it back. Atlanta down 14-7. First and 20. The throw, and it is incomplete. So it is a true 10-yard penalty. Second and 20. Back to throw, looking. The throw, it's going to be deep and no good. Third and 20. Back to throw, looking, and down he goes. McDowell with the sack. And now it'll be 4th down, and here's the kick. The punt. They're going to have it, and they're just going to let it die at the 43. Let it roll down. Well, they're going to say at the 45. Washington 14, Atlanta 7. They thought maybe they should have ran it back. Here's Larry Brown, and Larry gained a 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Again, it is a very tough football game here. Kilmer to throw. 5 of 11 they throw, and that's going to be complete to Jefferson. And a 1st down to the 38. 1st down. And they go to Larry Brown, and Larry loses 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Under 7 minutes to go. Back to throw, looking. They throw down the middle, and that's going to be caught down to the 10. He fumbles the football, and it will be Atlanta's. So Smith, oh, what a big turnover, and let's see what Atlanta can do with it. That was huge. And Smith went 31 yards, and he fumbled. So now here's Atlanta, 1st down. They give the stand back, and they gain a 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Oh, that was huge. And Washington was looking to go up at least 17-7, 2nd down. Stand back again, and that'll be gain a 2, 3rd down and 6. Washington 14, Atlanta 7. Back to throw, Barkowski will throw, and that's going to be a 1st down. So gain a 10. He needed 6. Here comes Atlanta, slowly but surely moving the football. Back Barkowski, he's going to throw too far. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Barkowski. Looking, they're going to throw it down, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Back to throw, looking. They're going to throw it over the middle, no good there, and it's going to be 4th down, and now they're going to have to punt. At Washington, I mean, that's the thing. Washington, they were hoping to go up 21-7 and punch their ticket to the championship game. 3:43 to go. They give to Haraway, and a gain of 3, 2nd down. 2nd and 7. 14-7. That's going to be Larry Brown, and that's going to be a 1st down. So here comes Washington. They want to get Knight's range. They can go to the Super Bowl. Back is Haraway. Haraway on the run. They don't need a kicker, but he gets stopped. He has 109 yards today. He's really picked it up in the last 2 quarters. It'll be a 1st down, 15 for 109. They've been on Larry Brown the whole day, but it's been Haraway. It's been incredible. They go to Brown. Brown on the run, and Brown will get a gain of 5. Last time they did that, there was trouble. 2nd down and 5. They lost 4 the last time he got 5. Brown again down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2, and that'll be it. Washington trying to get to the championship game as a 7th seed. They are absolutely dominating Atlanta right at this point. It's 14-7. We'll be back. They have just 1 more quarter, and they're off to the Orange Bowl. So now all of a sudden we are ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Sorry, 14-7. I mean, right now this is it, really. Third down and 2. Can they make it? 21-7. Kilmer to Larry Brown, and no, he gets stopped. They lose 2. It'll be 4th down and 4, and now they got a kick. So here's Chris Knight. They need this kick right now, and this is huge. So this is 25 yards, and good, and it's 17-7. Washington is allowed, I believe 7 and 9. No, 6 and 9. No, 3. 3 and 9 points. And they've allowed 1 touchdown in 3 games. 12 quarters now. 1st down and 10. Back, they give it to Hampton. Dave Hampton. And that's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Atlanta's got to hurry it up. Back to throw. Barkowski, 10 of 18, and he gets sacked. Let's see what it is.
Holding offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty.
Havoc, they're going to decline it. It'll be 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Barkowski. Underneath, that's going to be Dave. There's going to be another penalty.
Holding offense,
and
number 68, 10-yard penalty.
And now it's going to be 4th down, and now they're going to kick. So all these penalties now happening. Into the 30. It'll be up to the 35 to the 40. 1st down and 10. Washington 17, Atlanta 7. Back to throw. Looking, they're going to throw. They're going to run it, actually. Haraway, and only a gain of 1. 17-7 they lead. If they were to score a touchdown, the game would be over. Larry Brown, and he only gets another one. 3rd and 8. Third down and 8 now. Kilmer, the throw, and it's going to be too far. 7 of 14. And now they got a kick, so they only take 2 minutes off. And they'll kick it out of bounds at the 13. At the 12. 11:20 to go in the game. The blitz is on. They give it to Hampton. Hampton will get 8. They can go down the field with an 8-minute drive as long as they score a touchdown here. They go to Stanback, and he gets a 1st down. So here's Atlanta. They need to get something big. 1st down. Back to throw. Barkowski. He's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Mike Bass tipped it. He has an interception today. 2nd down. Over. They give to Hampton. A little too far. 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Barkowski looking and sacked again and lose 5. Now they got a kick. My goodness. The 45 up to about the 48. 17-7. 8:48 to go in the game. Washington leading. They were down 7-0. Off a long drive, they've scored the last 17. They only get a yard there from Haraway. 2nd down, he has over 100 yards. Larry Brown. Larry on the run, and there's Larry Brown. Larry Brown to the 13. If they score a touchdown, this thing's over. 1st down for Washington. Haraway, and a yard, 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Washington 17, Atlanta 7. Back they go, and that's going to be a run down to the 9-yard line to the 8. 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. Back to throw, looking. They're going to fire, and no good. Now here's Chris Knight to make it 20-7. And good. Atlanta has to do something. Washington has not done, given up, and Atlanta has to score twice, 2 touchdowns. Washington has only given up 1 all playoffs. They haven't allowed double digits for any scores. First down. Back to throw, that's Barkowski, and down he goes. Hamburger with a huge stop. They're going to hurry back to the line. Second down and 15. Back to throw, Barkowski. Barkowski's going to go underneath Burrow, and they get 6. It's going to be third down and 9. They're going to hurry it again. Third and 9. Back to throw, looking, and that's going to be incomplete. Fourth down. Are they going to go for it? They're not. And now the punt. Just going to make sure that they do kick. Washington thinking about the NFC title. They're thinking about World Championship now. They are. They're thinking about World Championship. It'll be first down and 10. They go to Larry Brown, and Larry, and he gets 8. Second down and 2. Clock is running. They give to Larry Brown. Brown gets a first down to the 30. They're rushing very well. 218 yards. They have 2 100-yard rushers on the day. They give to Larry again, and he got 2. It'll be second down. Now they 21 for 105 and a timeout. Second down and 8. They want to just, there it is, and that's going to be a gain of 6. Third down and 2. Timeout Atlanta. They got 1 remaining. If Washington gets this, it's pretty much the game. Third and 2. Larry Brown. Larry short. I would be very honest with you. They're going for it. 4th and inches, and this is for the game. 4th down. They give to Brown. Brown gets stopped. Atlanta needs to score. They really do. They have to. They can't give the ball up again. Intercepted, and that'll end the game. First pass. Atlanta so high on championships. So high they were up 7-0. Haraway gets a gain of 2. They were saying, hey, we got a champion. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going. And then the last 3 quarters were disaster. Absolute disaster. Larry Brown, a gain of 1. And Atlanta's just sitting there going, what went wrong? The 3 interceptions, 4 turnovers. And that's it. Washington wins, and they go to the championship game. They're a 7th seed. They had 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, 2 field goals in the 4th. They look good at what they, on defense. They only got 12 first downs. They still have not given up double. They still have not given up double digits in the playoffs. 121 yards for Haraway, 105 for Brown. They're going to be huge underdogs. Whoever wins the AFC game. There were 16 punts. And whoever wins the AFC game, they're going to be huge underdogs as the Redskins win it. And they win it all, really, in the NFC. The 4 turnovers by Atlanta were very huge. 2 fumbles by Washington. And that's it, 20-7 your final. On the other way, the other bracket, it's going to be New England and Houston. So the Redskins at 71 will either play the Oilers or they will play the Patriots. So the AFC Championship game will probably be Wednesday night. That's going to be it for us today. And Washington in the championship game. Have a great day. Unbelievable.